Hey everyone, how's it going? I want to share something this week. I've been thinking about a little bit here over the past several weeks is how I go about making my breakfast every day to bring to work because I think it's useful to see how easy this can be with a little planning ahead, how filling it can be, and how just nutritious it is. I think it helps to see practical examples of things, and so I wanted to share this with you guys. And here is what we're going to be working with. All right, so here is some slightly unattractive sautéed veggies. These are veggies I just made for my lunch. So I'm going to pretty much every day I make a double portion of veggies for my lunch. And then I take half of it and eat it. And then the other half I put in for my lunch the next day. Oh, my breakfast the next morning. And then we have some strawberries and blueberries, which will be part of breakfast. Here I have leftover sloppy joe. So this is just ground beef with the Noble Made sloppy joe mix. You haven't seen that before. Checked out. It's absolutely delicious. No garbage in it. And so pretty much my breakfast every morning is some kind of leftover meat from lunch, dinner in prior days. So this is, I think we had this on Friday. Today's Monday. We're going to have that as my protein in my breakfast tomorrow. I have some kimchi that we'll have, a couple of pickles, hot pickles, some cucumbers, and some carrots. The cucumbers I cut up over the weekend have been in this bag, and usually cut up a couple of cucumbers, throw them as a black bag, and that way I just take a handful out and throw them in my lunch each day, or my breakfast for the day. So let's get started with the strawberries and blueberries. All right, so I measured out about a third of a cup of blueberries. So I'll put this in my Tupperware here. From my scale here, I'm going to measure out about 3 ounces of strawberries. So I've already cut some up here. So we have about an ounce and a half cut up. So we need to get another ounce and a half in here. And this takes, just to cut these up, a little bit longer. But you can easily choose a fruit that doesn't take any time to cut up. Blueberries are pretty easy. You could do apples, you could do bananas, whatever fruit really. I find if you cut up the strawberries, I would cut up the strawberries over the weekend and just use them over the week. But for some things like berries, if you cut them up, they start to like just get all mushy and stuff like that if you don't cut them up fresh. So if I eat them within 24 hours after cutting them up, pretty good. But if you don't have the time to do berries, you can do any fruits. If you do an orange, you can do an apple, a banana, any fruit you really like. Or it could be potatoes, or it could be rice that you've already prepped over the weekend or whatever. So it doesn't have to be fruit, but it could be any kind of carb that you're looking for. So there we got our strawberries and blueberries. Throw a top on this. That's good to go. Next up, we're going to do our veggies and protein. So I'm going to take my veggies that I just made here, my sautéed veggies, and dump them all in my Tupperware. Here, again, this is taking no time here. Looks well, maybe 10 minutes to get things ready. All right. So veggies, sauteed veggies are in. Next, I'm going to measure out about 4 ounces of kimchi. I'll add to this Tupperware. So that comes in about 4 ounces right there. Next, we're going to take a bit of some of these carrots I did, just baby carrots. I didn't prep them at all. Just walk through the store and open the bag. So again, super easy, very filling and nutritious, lots of fiber. I like the multicolored ones, but you can get plain orange baby carrots if that's your thing. So we got a couple baby carrots. I usually don't measure the carrots or the cucumbers because the carrots and cucumbers, you can eat them to your heart's desire. It doesn't particularly matter that much. Same thing with the kimchi. I don't really know why I mentioned the kimchi, but I do. So a couple of cucumbers, and I usually take 1, 2, 3 pickles, depends on how big they are. This one's kind of small, so we'll probably get in 3 today for tomorrow's breakfast. And then we have our leftover protein, which, as I mentioned, is leftover sautéed joe that we had. So I'm just going to dump that on top. This will be about anywhere between 4 and 5 ounces of meat here on top. There we go. And that's it. Happy lunch. I was hard. We keep on calling it lunch. It's breakfast. This is my breakfast. Like we at the office when we get to eat breakfast. And that took virtually no time to prepare. I even cut off some strawberries. You could cut off 45 seconds there if you didn't use strawberries. So super easy. This is how you do it. It's super filling. It's a ton of food. There's probably less than 500 calories worth of calories here, but this is super nutritious, super filling. Lasts you all morning. I eat this and I don't eat again until around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's it. So that's how I do it. You can modify this however you want, but you can use any vegetables, any protein. The key is just have some stuff prepared, right? Make leftovers. I make leftover veggies. I make leftover protein every night. And when I don't have leftover protein, it's like something like canned tuna or canned salmon or sardines, or you can get canned chicken or canned whatever. And I'll use that if I don't have any leftovers. That happens occasionally, but I always have a backup. And then prepping some veggies. And I have some cut up cucumbers, baby carrots. You don't even have to prep. Just take them out of the bag. Kimchi, don't prep. Take them in the container. Pickles, you don't prep. You just take them out of the container. Super easy. No time at all. Super nutritious and very filling. And that's how I do breakfast every day that I go into the office.